What's going on, everybody? We're back. It feels like it's been a while since we've been on this game, but today we're playing some Pokemon Black 2 Kaizo, and we're going to take on Roxie, the second gym leader, and his poison type Pokemon. Now, this is a really hard ROM hack. Every battle in this game is a double battle, and though there are no hard level caps, we're going to cap ourselves at the highest level of the opponent's strongest Pokemon. So for this battle, we're going to cap ourselves at 28. We lead with Clefairy and Pikachu against Roxie's Fungus and Tentacruel. We've got a good strat in store here for Roxie, and it's really important that we get a strong lead. First thing we want to do is paralyze the Tentacruel. We attack first with Thunder Wave, it hits, and Tentacruel gets paralyzed. And what do you know? We get the full paralysis on turn 1, off to a great start. Next, we go for the Minimize with Clefairy. This is going to boost our evasiveness +2, and Fungus is going to set up the Toxic Spikes. And we're not too worried about these Toxic Spikes. There's not much we can do about them anyway, but either way, our strat here, we're really having to rely on some good RNG here. Unfortunately, I usually don't like strats like this, but it was necessary. This battle was really hard. We go for Electro Ball, an attack that deals more damage the faster you are than the opposing Pokemon. That, combined with the fact that Tentacruel was paralyzed, which reduces speed, it goes down to one shot. We get off a second Minimize, and that attack sequence of paralyzing the opponent's Pokemon and then using Electro Ball is a really good way to one-shot the Pokemon, especially if it's super effective like it was against Tentacruel. Fungus hits Pikachu with the Swagger, and this is unfortunate. That Fungus, even the pre-evolution of Amoonguss, is a really good support Pokemon and is going to cause us a lot of problems. So Pikachu gets confused, and Qwilfish comes out next. Gets off the Intimidate as well, but that's not too big of a deal. So one thing to note is that the PP in this game has been reduced. We've already maxed out using Minimizes. We only have a max PP of 2 for Minimize. So now we're going to go ahead and start spamming Follow Me. Qwilfish attacks with Poison Fang, which is automatically directed to Clefairy, but we dodge thanks to the evasiveness boost. We hit ourselves in confusion. Fungus follows up with another Swagger, but misses this time. So yeah, the basic strat here is to max out Clefairy's evasiveness and then just spam Follow Me so the opponent won't be able to touch us. We go for Follow Me at the start of the turn. Qwilfish misses the Poison Fang again. Unfortunately, Pikachu is still confused, and we hit ourselves in confusion once again, dealing big damage to Pikachu. Fungus goes for the Giga Drain, attacking Clefairy. We can't dodge them all. Clefairy gets hit this time, but tanks it pretty well. And it really sucks that Pikachu is confused here. By using this Minimize Follow Me strat, our other Pokemon normally would just be able to wreak havoc on the opposing Pokemon's team uninterrupted. But we finally snap off the confusion, get off the Thunder Wave on Qwilfish. The problem is, will Pikachu live long enough to finish the combo attack? Qwilfish attacks with Venoshock. Clefairy gets hit again, but Clefairy is a beast and tanks it fairly well once again. We're going to heal right back up at the berry, and Clefairy is hanging in there. Pikachu hanging in there as well, just barely with 3 HP left, but 3 HP is enough to at least get off one more attack and finish the combo. We go for Follow Me again. We cannot afford to get hit this time. Qwilfish goes for the Aqua Jet, and we dodge, and we get off the Electro Ball. This is going to deal big damage on Qwilfish being paralyzed. It's super effective too, but not quite enough to take him out in one shot. We just fall shy of the KO, and Clefairy dodges another Venoshock. And I apologize for the lag here, guys. I'm not sure if it's the emulator or the recording or the game, but either way, that's the only time it does it during this video. The rest of the video is clean, and I'm gonna do my best to try to figure that out and solve it. But anyways, we're starting to get in trouble here, guys. Look at our PP. This game harshly reduces the amount of PP on important moves like Follow Me and Minimize, especially the really good moves. It really limits the max PP that you have. This game also limits important moves that you learn. For example, Pikachu still doesn't know Quick Attack at level 28. And this is going to be detrimental, as despite being paralyzed, Qwilfish is able to attack first with a priority Aqua Jet, and Pikachu goes down. And Clefairy is tired of sitting on the sidelines. It's time to go on the offensive. We hit him with the stored power, and Qwilfish goes down as well. Now, we lost Pikachu in the process, but we were able to get rid of Qwilfish, one of Roxie's most dangerous threats, so we'll take that 1-for-1 trade. Fungus attacks with the Venoshock, and Clefairy tanks the hit again. I hope you guys are enjoying the battle so far. If you are, remember to like the video. It helps out a lot with the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It helps out a ton, and you can see more Pokemon content like this. Alright, so Roselia comes out next, and this works out perfectly because we're going to send out Combuskin. Now, I actually didn't expect this because usually, especially in hard ROM hacks like this, usually when it's a situation where 2 Pokemon go down, usually the opponent reads who you're going to send out and then sends out the best counter to that. So I'm still new to this ROM hack, so I'm not exactly sure how the AI works in this game yet. But Combuskin comes out and gets poisoned by the Toxic Spikes. Either way, we're in a great position here. Alright, so now with Pikachu gone, Roselia is now the fastest Pokemon on the field. It goes for Venoshock and Clefairy gets hit again. It looks like our luck is starting to run out and Clefairy goes down to the Venoshock. We fire off the Ember, and despite being super effective, it doesn't even deal half to Roselia. Fungus gets up a second layer of Toxic Spikes, and man, I thought we were in a good position here, but look how quickly the tides can turn. Speaking of, Combuskin gets his speed boost, and this might just be the boost we need to turn the tides back in our favor. Next, we're going to bring out Bronzong, and this is a Pokemon that I caught specifically for this battle. Bronzong is a really good matchup against Roxie's Pokemon. Thanks to speed boost, Combuskin is now the fastest Pokemon on the field. We attack with Ember again, it's super effective, and we high roll this time. It deals just enough damage to take out the Roselia. We're just kind of focusing down that right side, but we're going to go ahead and attack Fungus now with the Psywave, and it's a psychic attack, but it's not super effective. Psywave is a weird move. It's a psychic type move, but it dealt neutral damage to Fungus. Combuskin gets hit with the Swagger, and yeah, Fungus is definitely a grass poison type. So I think Psywave is just one of those moves that deals a random set amount of damage. So the big baller Muck comes out next, probably Roxie's strongest Pokemon. And this is not a good time for Combuskin to be confused. Now, we are running some physical attacks on Combuskin, so we may be able to take advantage of the attack boost from the Swagger. We hit through Confusion this time and get off the peck. It's super effective, and Fungus survives on 1 HP. Muck gets off the Fire Punch, which is also super effective against Bronzor. We hang in like a champ and heal up at least a little bit from the berry. Despite the heals from the berry, Bronzor is not going to be able to tank another Fire Punch. We've got to get off some damage while we can. We go for the Psywave, but it's not even super effective and deals like no damage. Fungus still hanging in there at 1 HP, is able to get off another Swagger, and now Bronzor is confused as well as Combuskin. At least Combuskin can take advantage of the attack boost, but Bronzor is a special attacker, and this Muck is insanely tanky. He's got Black Sludge as well, so he's going to heal up a little bit every turn. Combuskin just about close to maxing out his speed here. However, as turn by turn goes by, we're taking more and more poison damage. It is normal poison, however. We got Combuskin on the field before that second layer of Toxic Spike. But finally, we get off the peck and Fungus goes down, finally getting that thing out of the picture. However, Muck's going to attack with the Venoshock, and this is going to deal big damage, doing double damage to poisoned foes, and Combuskin goes down. And this is not good. Combuskin was one of our best Pokemon. Bronzor also is still confused. We hit ourselves in confusion, and Muck heals up once again from the Black Sludge. And this Muck is a problem. It's insanely tanky, it has insane move coverage, and we've got to do everything we can to get this thing out of the picture as soon as possible. But that's exactly what we brought this little guy for, as we bring out Drillbur to join the battlefield. Drillbur gets toxically poisoned, however, so it's a race against the clock, but Roxie sends out Skorupi and is down to his final 2 Pokemon. Now, Drillbur is the only Pokemon we have that is able to deal with this Muck. However, Muck likes to go for Acupuncture, and if he rolls defense, it's over. Sorry, Skorupi is the one that's using Acupuncture, and he targets Muck. Acupuncture is a move that randomly boosts a stat by 2 stages. He gets special attack, and that's fine, but his physical attack is still strong enough to finish off Bronzor with the Fire Punch. And with Bronzor down, it's down to the 2v2. We're gonna bring out Larvitar as our last Pokemon. And this is a good matchup for us here. Now, there's still a lot that could go wrong. We just have to land those digs on Muck. Dig is the only move that we have that's going to be able to take care of this Muck. Now, we have a couple options of what to do with Larvitar here. Rock Slide would deal super effective damage against Skorupi, but setting up a Sandstorm would give Drillbur a boost because Drillbur has the Sand Force ability, which boosts his attack stat in the Sandstorm. So in this case, Sandstorm's not worth it because we know that Drillbur attacks first, and this next hit is the one that's going to count. So we need this Rock Slide to connect, but more importantly, we cannot afford to let him get a defense boost. They go for the Acupuncture, and Muck gets a speed boost. Speed is fine, the dig connects, it's super effective, and will it be enough? We actually get the one shot with the lucky crit, and we take those all day. It turns out, even if Muck did get a defense boost, it wouldn't have mattered anyways, because crits hit through defense boosts. The Rock Slide connects as well, dealing super effective damage, and at this point, it's pretty much over. Now, if that didn't crit, I don't know how much damage that dig would have done. This battle totally could have gone the other way if not for that crit. But either way, a lot of RNG going on in this battle, but we take those. For a battle as tough as this one, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Skorupi goes for the Bug Bite into Drillbur. It's not gonna deal too much damage, but more importantly, it actually steals the Citrus Berry. And Roxie's really trying to turn this thing around now and make a comeback. We're gonna go for Dig again. Really, Drillbur is the only effective move against this Skorupi, but it's not gonna matter either way because the Rock Slide connects again. Skorupi goes down. The Bug Bite was in vain. And that's GG Roxie. And that concludes this battle of the second gym of Pokemon Black 2 Kaizo. I hope you all liked the video. And this game has been really fun so far. I hope you guys like watching it. If you have, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot. And leave a comment too. I always love to hear feedback and stuff like that from you guys. But as always, thank you all so much for watching and see you next time.